What's up, guys? Xavier Cottle back at you again with another film room review and analysis. For the second consecutive week in a row, we're going to be doing Wyatt Teller. This is his second week in a row making the PFF Team of the Week at right guard. He had a great outing last week, really his coming out game against Matthew Ioannidis, and this week it was no different. He played a lot worse competition and did just as good or better. Yeah, before we get into it, if I could ask you to please pause the video, like, and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see film breakdowns, just film of these great offensive linemen in general, I'm posting 5 a week, the PFF Team of the Week players. You'll see a wide variety of players on a weekly basis. Daily uploads, pick'ems, power ranking reviews. If you love football and you want to see football content, this is your channel to come to. You're going to see breakdowns of multiple people. You're going to see football picks. You're going to see power rankings. It's great. Yeah, but without further ado, let's get into the content here. First play, 13-22. Here's Wyatt. Sitting at right guard. Man, head up on him. Great block. Gets the touch. Really allows this big run to happen. Okay, this is zone. And his assignment is to get a hand on him, get him upfield so Jack Conklin can chop block him, and then get to 54 and get hands on 54. He doesn't get a complete block on 54, but him just getting there and disrupting him allows Chubb to get through and get a huge gain. 54 is the linebacker that would hypothetically make the play or make the tackle on that play every time, because it's backside guard's responsibility to get to a backside linebacker who is much faster, obviously. But that was a good job by him, helping out his tackle, making sure his tackle secures his block, and then getting to his block, and then making his block, clearing that running lane completely. Next play is 906. Yeah, last week I had many more plays from him, but this week a few less. I kind of thinned out his the plays I wanted to show because 30 plays last week, that was a lot. Now I had a few extra ones in there, but I was really intrigued by him. I thought his play was just so good that I really wanted to showcase his talent. And this week I could thin it down a little bit. But right here, pass set inside, chest flat, good punch, holds his hole, moves. That's a great block. It's a great block. Next play. He's still, like I said, he might be the most dominant run blocker in the league. It's either him or Quentin Nelson at this point, in my opinion. Passing that, he's passed my eye test by a mile. It's either him or Nelson. And there's two things. Yeah, see how aggressive he is? He just finishes the blocks. The two things, though, that really differentiate their run blocking style, Nelson is just like all out, all my body weight on you, mauler. Wyatt Teller is not that. He is someone that's going to step to you and he's going to give you that ferocious punch. And then he's going to control your upper body and sling you around. See that? That's his punch. Gets his hands on. He has good hands. Great hands. Stays on. Look how physical he is. Letting them know. Asserting his presence there. Just really letting 54 know, if I get a hold of you, you're done for the rest of the play. That's going to make linebackers play more cautious around you too, which is always a good thing on the football field, making a linebacker think about more things than he really should have to. And if he thinks, oh, if I get hit by this lineman, I'm getting thrown around like a rag doll, then they're just going to be that more cautious during the play. Here he is again. Boom. Same thing. Great block, man. Just look at that. Perfect. Good step. Outrun 72. Flips his hips and puts him on the ground. That's textbook. Watch the step. Boom. Kind of false steps a little bit. That's okay. And crosses. But that's all right because he's really taking off running. One more time. Boom. Gets a hold of him. Hat on his shoulder there. You see it's on his outside shoulder. Turns his hips. Just drops him. 72 was outmatched this game. Not a chance he was beating him. I honestly didn't see him lose a rep. I mean, from the film I saw, I might have saw a few mess ups, but I didn't see him just get beat on a rep. You got to think he is a young player too. Wyatt Teller is only 25 years old. But right here is just, man, that's just, he is just so much stronger than 72. And right here, 72 puts a good move on him. See, right there is an issue. Okay, that's early hands. Notice how, if you watch my Quentin Nelson video, in this position, Nelson's hands are at his sides, waiting for him to punch so he can throw his hands. So if he throws his hands like they are now, they can't just get smacked away. In this scenario, 72 could just smack his arms away and take off. And what's he do? Gets his hands in the inside, boom, smacks the hands away. You gotta pick and choose your times to shoot your hands. And whenever something like that happens, you know, most of the time, most linemen are getting beat. Wyatt Teller is a different man. He is probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest guard in the NFL, and so once he did that, he just took a hold of his side and just ran him and dumped him. That's just a testament to Wyatt Teller's strength, really. That was poor technique, but still yet, he just recovers and beats him outright, which is, you know, it's so surprising to see that out of somebody that was a 7th-round pick at one point. Gets dropped by the Bills. The Bills say, oh, we don't like that guy. That must have awoken something in Wyatt Teller himself. I really can't tell you, because Wyatt Teller wasn't even picked to start this year. The Browns' right guard actually opted out, and then here comes Wyatt Teller, highest run blocking grade since Marshall Yanda, with a 94.7 this week. I mean, Wyatt Teller just looks like world beater right guard run blocker. I can't wait to see him this week against my Colts. Watch him play against Grover Stewart and DeForest Buckner, because that's going to be a really good matchup. If you want to see a good offensive line versus defensive line matchup, it's going to be this week, Colts and Browns. Boom. Yeah, perfect. Just drops him. That's exactly what you want to see on this. 72 gets out on his toes, puts his weight forward, and what's he do? Just drops him immediately. Next play, 1048. Yeah, I personally cannot wait for this Browns game. Just cannot wait for this Browns-Colts game. I will probably do a whole segment of just Wyatt Teller versus DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart, because Grover Stewart is a really, really slept-on nose tackle right now. He was 330 last year, or he was 340 last year. He's lost 20 pounds. He is one of the most explosive D tackles in the league right now, along with like a Taven Bryant kind of guy. He just looks mean at the point of contact. Right here is, I mean, you see it, man. That's just physical dominance in the trenches. See it in full speed. Boom, base block, running his feet the whole time. See how his feet just keep churning like a locomotive. Got his hands inside. I wish he wasn't so high up. He is really tall right now, but still yet he's so strong that he can do that. He just wants to get him on the ground immediately. And that's just a straight up base block pancake. That's me versus you. Belly on belly, you're going to the ground. That is straight up dominance in the trenches. You do not get better than that. You do not get better than that. I always have a little bit of, I've noticed the first video and this video, I have a little bit of extra like oomph talking about him, because it's so fun watching him. Like some of the players on this channel I post, you know, it's still fun watching them. I love just grading offensive line and watching offensive linemen. But Wyatt Teller is just, him and Quentin Nelson, Mekhi Becton are just the kind of players I like watching. Just people that are going to maul you, man. Just going to put you on the ground play after play and going to beat you play after play. Make you hate playing in the game with them. Just look at that. 2 plays in a row. What's the result? Watch this punch right here. Oh, no, he didn't even have to punch it. My fault. Puts his hand on, make sure he has that block. Throws the punch anyways, just for good measure. What happens when he gets a hold of 48? 48, you're done, man. You should have tried to run something, because you're going to the ground now. Boom. Hits the ground. Yeah, Wyatt Teller is just a beast, man. Just a beast. Next play, 907. I don't know what happened to the film on this that they put up this time, but it's really weird. It's kind of out of order. Not really sure what happened with this Browns game, but still yet, here he comes around. Perfect, man. What's he do? Pulls around. He's always looking. He sees his matchup. He already sees him. Takes the outside shoulder of him, hits the outside shoulder, flips his hip immediately. Boom. 54 is out of the play. That is perfect. Notice how he has his eyes up already. Looking this way, looking this way, looking this way. Still looking this way. Ball snapped. Opens up. See, he's not. Remember last week. I don't know if anyone watched last week. Whenever he was pulling, he was picking this foot up. Now he doesn't. He just opens up with that bucket step. That is improvement from last week. That is perfect. See how last week he kept resetting this foot, false stepping with this foot, then opening up and then taking off. This week he doesn't do that. I love seeing that. That is improvement. That is improvement on his form, his technique. And here he comes around, takes the outside part of his body, turns him immediately. That is just perfection. Perfection. That is exactly what you want to see. Wyatt Teller is literally improving at an incredible pace right now. From what I've seen last week, his technique is much better. Other than he still plays kind of tall, which is okay. I mean, he's super strong compared to everyone he's playing against. So that really allows him to play tall because he has a very strong upper body. One of the most strong. I keep comparing him to Quentin Nelson because he looks like the Quentin Nelson right guard. This is like Quentin Nelson remade over. Here he is again on another pull. Boom. I mean, just knock your head off, man. See it one more time. Here he comes. Notice he doesn't false step again. Like to see it. He rotates that foot instead of picking it up and placing it down 6 inches in front of it. Like he did it like 6 times last week. And boom, what's he do? Lays a wallop on 25. 25 never has a chance there. What are you going to do? Jump back on him, give him the touchdown? That is just getting your brain split open, really for no reason. You were never making this play. I wish he would have continued with the block. He just kind of side blocked him. I wish he would have hit him forward and then kept running his feet. He would have definitely had a pancake right there. It's a good block, though, on a touchdown play. 2 pulls in a row. You see what's he doing on the pulls? Playing perfect. Knows who he's supposed to hit. Knows his matchup. Hitting him in the correct spot. That is just, Wyatt Teller is just playing so good. And people can make the argument, yeah, I understand the 2 teams they've played in a row defensively up front are just awful. Literally awful. But still yet, there's people that'll play against them teams and will not dominate like Wyatt Teller. Hands down will not dominate like Wyatt Teller. In no way, shape, or form will dominate like Wyatt Teller. Here he is again, another pull. What's he do? Boom. Same narrative. He gets off this time. I really want to see him just kind of stay on these players a little bit more. Because you see how he hits them so high up. Like, he has a lot of power standing up, but if he would just kind of drop his pad level and hit him right there, he's dropping them every time. I wish he would start doing that. But let's see it. Let's see his pull here. Oh, my fault. He's at right guard. Why'd I look left? Yeah, that's really good. He's already got his foot back a little bit, so he can just kind of open it up. See, he's not false stepping anymore. He was doing that last week. This foot was coming forward 6 inches, then he was turning and going out. Like, it was just like, it was weird. It didn't look good. But now he's just opening that foot up, getting out there, and he's out there quicker now. Better timing, good block out, and this just opens up this hole perfect. That is a great block from him. And like I said, to be fair, this Dallas defense couldn't stop a cold. But this Sunday, he will really get put to the test, I can assure you. Grover Stewart, and DeForest Buckner on a joke. DeForest Buckner is right now second in Defensive Player of the Year voting. Yeah, he's looking like the real deal. Grover Stewart is probably going to be, if they had a most improved interior defensive lineman, that's going to be him. He looks that way. Boom. Perfect, man. Goes through his progression here. 1, 2, kick slide, kick slide. He's not coming inside, goes, boom, to help him. Sees him spin, what's he do? Comes and helps. Bam, they meet hip to hip. That guy's not going anywhere. That's perfection. That is a great pass set from him. I'm saying, you really, from your right guard, the way Wyatt Teller is playing this year is just, you can't ask for more. I say that a lot, but you really can't ask for more. He is playing perfectly. As of right now, I would give him the All-Pro. If we gave All-Pros at Week 4, he would get the All-Pro over Zach Martin for me. Then again, Zach Martin's played a lot better competition and has had to play against Grady Jarrett this year. So, yeah, I'm really jumping to conclusions. I hate doing that, but still, yeah, like, he is passing the eye test. He's passed it by a mile, like I've said. I really just want to see what he's going to do against somebody that has this really good technique and really good get-off. I really want to see him play against, like, a Taven Bryant or, like I said, a DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart kind of person, Jeffrey Simmons even. I want to see him play against somebody that's really going to give him a test strength-wise and explosiveness-wise. Because he just hasn't got this first 4 weeks. He has not got that. Sorry if you hear my dog. My dog is barking a little bit. 14:54. Just a few more plays. 10 more plays. Here he is. Takes that step over. Bam. See what happened last week when he cut block? The outcome wasn't so good. This week, though, he was doing it in the correct times. And right here was one of the correct times. He cut blocked more than once, but I only threw this one in here because every cut block he had was a good one. This one, he sees him. He's real high up, trying to catch him real high up, and boom, just hits you in your legs. You're down. That's a great block. That was perfect. If you're going to cut block, you need to look like that. If you want to see someone that can really cut block, go look at Garrett Bradbury. Garrett Bradbury is the cut block king, hands down. No one can cut block like Garrett Bradbury. Down 33. 8 plays left. Wish my dog would relax, but it is. Look at, I mean, just look how physical he is. His explosion on contact is so perfect. Right there, he doesn't even hit the lineman. He just kind of pushes his tackle and then gets a little hand on him. And Jack Conklin is probably the most improved right tackle I've seen this year, too. He's looking really good. Then explodes. Hits 48. 48 just dodges away. He never has a chance to make this tackle anyways. But if he did try, he would have had trouble right there. Okay. Next play, 5:26. Here he is. Reaches out onto 72. Yeah. Okay, this was the only play I saw him get beat all game, I believe. And this is just a lapse of technique. This is just him whooping on 72 all game and then just like expecting 72 to die down. Credit to 72 for keeping his motor and keeping his technique and wits about him playing against Wyatt Teller because he really struggled all game. Wyatt gets on him, gets him initially there, and just doesn't. He just gets out on his hands. Something he doesn't do a lot. Something he don't get his weight out in front of him a lot. But right here he does. He just kind of leans on him. He doesn't really drive with his legs. And then 72 just puts a good move on him, pulls him, gets his weight around him, and just makes the tackle. That's perfect from 72. If 72 would have did more of that this week, you know, maybe Wyatt Teller doesn't make PFF Team of the Week. But Wyatt Teller really, you know, you don't see him lose his technique like that a lot. To be honest with you, you do not see that a lot. But, you know, that's one play out of 25 I'm showing you of him just purely dominating the whole game. So I guess we can let it slide, huh? Especially for a 25-year-old right guard, 7th round draft pick. Man, I bet the Bills are kicking themselves right now. They'd have him and Deion Dawkins on that offensive line. That would be, man, him and Deion Dawkins, left guard, right tackle, left tackle duo would be insanity. That would be hurting feelings if they were running to that left side. See this play, though. See it in slow-mo. Here he is, bringing in motion. Jarvis Landry. Here he comes. Going over to his gap. Hits 80. Runs 80 upfield, making sure he doesn't make this tackle. That's perfect. Most people won't catch a blitz like this. Or a stunt. He stunts in. He comes to the outside. Wyatt does. He makes the read correctly. Catches the stunt. Pushes him upfield. Making sure he never gets to him. That's a good block. Next play. Here he is. Boom. Double team up to 54. Perfect. I wish he would have stayed on 54 there. He knows where the ball's going, and this will come with time. Once he gets on him, like, boom. I mean, they get movement. Look at the explosion. That's 2 yards of movement just off his impact. Once he gets here, like, he's got him. Just keep moving your hips. Don't let your feet go stale here. And look at how well he does that. Look at his feet movement. Look at his movement. They do a little cross here, and look how well he stays on balance. That is just, he's so agile for as big and strong as he is. But still, yeah, that was a good way to get up to that second level and still hit 54. Yeah, that was still a pristine block. I just really wish he would have kept moving his hips around and left it one-on-one with Hunt in 27. But still, yet, good block from him. Always a way to improve, you know. Not trying to nitpick him. That's not a big deal. He still got to the next level and still hits him, which probably gives them a couple extra yards at least. 54 has the fight over. Yeah, man. Just getting manhandled, dude. 78. Big hit. Rides his momentum and just throws him, dude. Just throws him. Like I said, 72 probably had the worst game of his career. He was not having a fun time against Jack Conklin and Wyatt Teller, who I think right now might be the best right guard, right tackle duo. From what I've seen through these 3 games, like I said, they're going to be playing against Justin Houston, DeForest Buckner, and Danico Autry. So we'll really see what they're made of this next game. We will really see. If they play this, they play the Steelers too. Same conference. They'll play against TJ Watt. They'll play against Cam Hayward. We'll see what they're made of. They're going to be playing 2 of the best defenses in the NFL fairly soon. Actually, the 2 weeks in a row, I'm pretty sure. So we'll really, like I said, we'll really see what they're made of. What these 2 are made of. We know these guys. They've been here. J.C. Treader, Antonio, they're great. This might be the most complete offensive line in the league. And look at that, man. That is just, God bless, man. Boom. Comes to the outside, deals with the stunt perfectly, catches him on his shoulder, and just drops him right into the ground. See the stunt. He recognizes it fairly well, too, here. Sees 98 come up, still controls him, makes sure he doesn't get a hard hit on his tackle. Boom, lets the tackle take over, comes over to 97, stays on balance, gets his hand, resets his hand there, resets both hands, gets his hands on the inside, jacks up his shoulder, takes him for a ride, and dumps him. That is exactly what you want to see. That is exactly what you want to see. Okay, 3 more plays here. I'm pretty sure they get taken out. I think Teller and Conklin get taken out pretty. Actually, I could be wrong. I don't think they do. But there's not many plays in the 4th quarter I really selected. See how he runs real high, but I mean, look at just how aggressive his hands. He's just the most aggressive guard in the league, in my opinion. Just when you're talking about pure aggression, he reminds me a lot of Richie Incognito, but he can actually move, and he's a lot stronger than Richie Incognito. But his attitude is just like him. That's what made Richie Incognito so good, was just this fact that he was there to beat up on you the whole game and just bully you. And that's what Wyatt Teller looks like. He just looks like somebody's going to bully you the whole game, and he plays like it too. Look at that extra push right there. About sends him, into the ground with just one punch. And this is a 240, 250-pound linebackers he's doing this to. He's doing it to all defensive linemen too. 11:33. Just a few more plays. Two more to be exact, counting this one. Here we go. Boom, perfect block, seals them off. That's exactly what you want to see on that reach. These defensive linemen at this point are scared. Look how he comes off the ball. Just waiting to get hit, really. Plays this slow. Taylor just reaches around him so nonchalantly, like, yeah, you haven't done anything the whole game. And fighting with him. Completely beats him here. 99 doesn't do anything. Just at this point in the game, Taylor and them have just won. This game's over. Dallas was trying to fight back, to the best of their ability, but they couldn't make it all the way back. Dak Prescott's looking like he's having a pretty good year. People are saying, "Oh, garbage time," but you don't throw 500 yards in garbage time. I'm sorry, that's not realistic. But right here, this is just a base block reach. Hits him. See where he started back here. What is this? 4 or 5 yards of movement. Like, this is just a single zone block getting 5, 6 yards of movement. Like I said, that is just a testament to his power. He just, really just asserts his dominance. That's the last of my clips right there. I'm going to say a few things about Wyatt Teller, and then I'm going to get off here. Wyatt Teller is hands down the best run blocking right guard in the league. Arguably the best in general. Like I said, Quentin Nelson's has been doing this season against, not always the best people, but Quentin Williams. He's won against Quentin Williams. He's lost one rep to Quentin Williams the whole game, and that was really a bad read by Jonathan Taylor, in my opinion. Yeah, he's played against some good people. Quentin Nelson's also played against Taven Bryant, one of my favorite young D tackles for the Jaguars. So we'll see. Like I said, you didn't see this dominance really against the Ravens. Where was this at? Ravens have Calais Campbell, a few other good defensive linemen. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see. I have a very high expectation. I really believe he's going to perform well against the Colts. But still, yeah, you have to say these things. You have to really give him a chance to be evaluated. That's just how it has to be. You can't just say, oh, he's got it, because I think he's got it, but we'll have to see. But yeah, if you're still here, I appreciate you being here. Like I said, I post 6 of these a week, evaluating the best offensive linemen in the league, really trying to get their names out there, really trying to show people where the talent is offensive line wise, so people know in the league who's got who has the best players, yada yada. But yeah, like I said, if you're still here, drop a like, drop a subscribe if you like the content. And until next time, guys, peace.